they're not making any money. At the end of the day, they've made no profit. And I guarantee you they are rethinking that this year. You will not see these big, huge, gigantic discounts. So you don't have to really think in terms of competing with that. People are out there spending a little bit more. Some of y'all may have had not bad Christmases. It's going to get better. It flat is. It's happening. So think in terms of your business. Keep your prices up. Keep your services up. Some of y'all may be designers. You're doing stuff in home. You're doing floral. You're doing events. And some things you may not charge for. Some services. Think about possibly charging for them or raising the price just a little bit. Remember that your net profit is pennies on the dollar. So every little area that you can maybe charge a little bit more where a customer is not going to complain about it, it's not going to break the deal. Think about it. Look at your list of what you do and see, I'm going to add a little bit more money to this. I think you'll be fine. It's okay. People are starting to spend money. Okay, speaking of your inventory and merchandising, let's talk for just a second about visual merchandising. Y'all have stores. Now, I'm not going to go crazy about visual merchandising. I find that most of y'all are pretty good at it. Your stores look nice, the displays are there, and there's a ton of information on the internet and in books on this is how you lay your store out. So in a nutshell, the thing you want to remember is you want to make your store, your operation, warm, comfortable. You want to have areas of discovery for the people as they walk through, because if they stay in your place, the longer they stay in your place, the more likely they are to buy something. So make it warm and comfortable, right down to the music, please, if you're playing music. Be nice to your customers. Okay, where in your store do you put sale items? Anybody, where do you put sale items in your store? In the back. Okay, right, exactly right. Let's talk about sales items for a minute. If you got stuff that's not selling, what do? You lower the price. You knock it off 20%, you stick it in the back. Rather than just cutting your profit right then and start to reduce it if it's not selling, try and reinvent it. Move it around. If you've got something that maybe would fit in a display, say you're doing kitchen, and you set up a nice kitchen piece showing various pots and pans and things. If you've got an item that would fit into that display and look nice, put it in there. The customer may pick it up, and they may buy it at full retail. Don't just whack off the price. The other thing that some of y'all are pretty good at is reinvent the piece that the sale item by creating a story. Make a sign. Tell the people what it is. And this is something that you can do with your employees. You've got products that just aren't selling. Ask them, how can we create a story around this? Make something that makes the customer think, well, now that's a good idea. I hadn't thought about that. They may buy it. So try, before you just whack the price down, try and sell it first. Again, we're talking about money here. One thing about pricing, and this actually it happens, it may happen in your store. You've got a display and you've got items sitting there. Make sure everything has a price on it. Think psychologically. There are people, dealer type people, who will walk into your store, and if they see something they like and they pick it up and it doesn't have a price on it, they think it's a display, they'll put it down. You're busy. They don't say, excuse me, what's the price of this? They walk away from it. There are a lot of people that way. The majority of people in this country are not aggressive. They're more feeler type people, and they won't ask. It's up to you to tell them. So make sure everything either has a price tag on it or it's obvious what the price is so they don't have to ask, because what if they walk out the door? There goes your money. Okay. One more area is sales and marketing. It doesn't matter what kind of store you have, where it is, what you're selling. The number one thing that affects your profit is you and your employees' ability to sell. Absolutely. This is critical. Being able to properly greet a customer when they walk in the door, make them feel comfortable, be able to create some sort of personal connections with them so they trust you and they like you. People buy from people they like. That's a fact. Make them feel comfortable. Be able to find out why are they there? What is their need? How can you help them solve a problem that they have? They got a party. They need help. Help them out. Get them to products that you think will help them out and be able to explain those products, features, and their corresponding benefits. Very important. You must know what are the features of the product that you've got, what are the benefits to your customer, so that they will understand, yes, this would be a good thing for me to buy. And of course, lastly, being able to close the sale. Get them to say yes. And get them to do it with add-ons. Now, what are add-ons? Say you've got a customer who is throwing a party, you've got a gift shop, they're there to buy a punch bowl. They find the punch bowl, they love it, you've given them all the features and benefits, it's kind of pricey. Now's the time to ask them, to help them, and say things like, have you got enough drink napkins? Are you putting place cards on the table so everybody knows where they're sitting? Ask them, help them, think their way through their party. They may not have thought of those things. Well, you've got them in your store. These are add-ons. So the $50 punch bowl is now $73 worth of sales. Add-ons will really help your profit. You want to be able to do it, you want your employees to do it, and you want to train them on how to do it. So, those basic 5 steps in selling will hugely increase your profit. It doesn't cost a lot of money to talk. I urge you to learn as much as you possibly can about selling. There's a ton of information out there on it. It is the number one talked about and written about subject in business, selling. And it's not a bad thing. Y'all are not used car salesmen. You're not. You're here to help people, and there's lots to learn about it. So if there's anything this year you want to take on as far as your own learning experience, selling is probably the number one thing that you can do. I've been in stores in lousy locations with just an okay visual display, and they are making money hand over fist because they know how to take care of a customer, they know how to make them feel comfortable, and they know how to sell. And what happens, these people who come in have great experiences there in the store, they tell their friends. So it's free advertising. If you know how to sell and know how to take care of your customers, they'll go out and tell others, because we all like to do it. If we run into some situation that was really enjoyable, you want to tell somebody, oh, Jane, you won't believe I was over at this, that, and the other store. They're great. You got to go in there. So the experience that your customers have when they interact with you will generate money, which is profit. Now, y'all, you are the owners and the managers. Most all of you here are your stores. Y'all set the tone here. You cannot have in your store clerks. You decide what's going to happen in your place. So think in terms of that, please. Now, some of y'all may not be that good at salespeople. Maybe you're great visual people, you're great at stocking your store, but you're okay on sales. You know who you are. Again, this is the time to learn. Take advantage of it. It will affect your entire life if you know how to sell. If you've got to get your kid to do something that you want him to do, sell them. Okay. If you need to expand and you need to get more employees, and we all do. I know when the first business that I started on my own, I started it by myself with $20,000. And I got busy quickly. But I had to do it all, just like all y'all had to do it all. And I found out really quick, I need to be doing what will generate the most amount of money. I can't be doing anything else. So I promptly went out and got a bookkeeper and an office person. If you're going to hire folks, you need to know what you need. You need to know of your staff who's going to be doing what, so that you're always thinking in terms of generating a profit. Especially sales folk. If you know how to sell, you know how to hire.